Um, Good evening, teacher. We are Group APT with four members, Kiều Anh, Cẩm, Thanh Dung, and me, An Khang. And today we are going to present about APT Corporation to analyze the financial situation and credit risk of this company. Our presentation has four parts: introduction, financial analysis, credit risk analysis, and answering three questions. First of all, we will come to part one, introduction. APT is the largest information technology service company in Vietnam, established in 1988, has 178 headquarters, offices, and branches. In the 2019 to 2021 period, APT plans to embark upon a digital transformation, and among the top 50 global digital services. By the end of 2022, APT will record revenue of more than 44,000 billion Vietnam dong. Next, we come to part two, financial analysis. The first is common side analysis. The common side balance sheet indicates that APT has both long-term and short-term assets, which fluctuate over a period of 3 years. We can see that APT's liability account for relatively high proportion, especially in 2021 by 60%. The percentage of short-term debt was 52% in the first 2 years, but by the last year it has dropped to 44%. And even though the company debt is considerable, it won't likely become a significant concern for the company to be afraid of its business operation reach high efficiency and have effective control strategies. The second is liquidity analysis. The current ratio and quick ratio over the years are greater than 1, so APT has a good ability to repay debt. But when all ratios are below the industry average, they require further improvement in order to function in a way that will yield significant benefits for the company. The third is efficiency analysis. So the inventory turnover has declined from March 2020 to March 2022, indicate challenges in efficient inventory management, optimizing capital, and minimizing holding costs. And the decreasing ratio suggests the potential for the company to hold excess inventory, tying up capital and leading to higher storage expense. However, a low turnover might be acceptable, especially in industry with extended sales cycle for businesses strategically maintaining high inventory level to meet customer demand. The fourth is profitability analysis. And look at the table data, we can see that APT gross profit margin decreased slightly from the first 2 years due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, but it resumed growing in 2022. APT net profit margin before tax also increased from the first 2 years before falling, and a remarkable revenue growth between the first 2 years. And APT's profitability ratio climbed and declined at the end of survey period, making the company one of the most profitable in the information technology service sectors. And the last one is leverage analysis. We can see that APT debt to equity ratio remains constantly around 0.5, which is considered a good in the information technology industry. And the CFO by total liability ratio are higher than the norm for financially sound corporations. This suggests that the company operation generate enough cash to prevent a long-term solvency risk. The next part is credit risk analysis. Firstly, we will analyze the 5C of APT. The first is character, and that is the most crucial aspect of APT Corporation, characterized in its management plan and the structure of the company. Second is capacity. As you can see, the ratio decreased over time, which means that equity is utilizing the owner capital rather than borrowing outside. The third is capital. It focuses on borrower financial commitment to the venture. And the fourth is collateral. And they use these assets as collateral when requesting a loan, which can make a flexible use of these assets to lower borrowing costs. The fifth is conditions. And capitalizing on the increased demand for digital transformation in COVID-19, FPT Corporation continue to leverage resource to enhance its business activity both domestically and internationally. And now we come to the risk premium analysis.
Firstly, risk premium analysis is a technique for assessing credit risk, which evaluates equity capacity to fulfill debt commitment in order to protect itself against cash flow losses and lessen the severity of losses. To do a study of equity credit risk, we have some formula, as you can see on the screen. The table on the screen shows the outcome of the risk premium computations. Despite this, the corporation still maintains a high likelihood of repaying debts over 3 terms, with a credit rate of BB. The 3-year cumulative default probability is considered acceptable, while the approach used had intellectual appeal in considering various market elements. This may overlook risks like solvency and liquidity issues. And the last is Z-score analysis. This means Z-score is financial analysis used to predict a company probability of bankruptcy. From this data table, we can see that FPT has a Z-score in the region for on 4 years. In 2019, nearly reaching the safe zone, while in 2021 is lowest. This decline can be explained by the effects of COVID-19 on both the company profitability and performance of stock market. However, the probability of default is generally very low because FPT is the largest information technology service company with a strength of creative efforts in science and technology. Therefore, loan officer may view FPT as the most eligible borrower. And finally, we will answer 3 questions. Question number 1, to evaluate FPT for a working capital loan of 50 billion Vietnam dong for a period of 1 year. The bank customer relationship manager needs to consider factors such as prospective outlook and strength. However, the final decision still belongs to bank credit committee. The committee will evaluate all of the aforementioned factors independently and make decisions based on its credit risk assessment. Question number 2 is the legal document. Loan to make to a loan decision are legal estimation document, loan proposal document. To examine FPT credit worthy and operational efficiency based on banks' publicly available information and audit financial report over the past 3 years, it concludes that FPT loan request is proximate and relationable. However, to complete the loan contract management, we must ask the group to submit some additional document. Question number 3. As a manager, the following conditions can be considered. The first condition is that FPT, the borrower, must provide the lender with accurate, complete, and truthful documents. Second, FPT must notify bank in advance of any major financial use, such as paying dividend or planning to take on more debt. Additionally, it's important that the 1-year loan request is evaluated in this report. This is all for our presentation. Thank you for listening.